beans and cornbread. Start off with some Great Northerns. I like to put them in a little bit of water. You don't have to soak them overnight, but I like to do it for 2 or 3 hours. You can use any kind of onion you want. This is what makes it right here, the ham from Christmas. See the ham bone? Now I like to cut a lot of that meat off. You can see I've been cutting on there. Put it in my water, and then I'm going to boil that bone for about an hour and a half to 2 hours. All right, I probably got enough. You have to remember, as it cooks, a lot of that meat is going to fall off of that ham bone into your water. You want to go light on the salt because your ham already has a lot of salt in there, but you can put salt and pepper. I'll probably put some onion in there later, but I don't want to completely cook down my onion. But I'll go ahead and put my ham bone in there, and I'm going to let that cook, boil, not semi-boil, for about an hour and a half. Now while that ham bone's cooking, you can be thinking about other things. It always helps to have a dog in the kitchen. Cornbread. Now normally I would just throw some Jiffy lube or Jiffy whatever it is together, but my mom taught me how to make cornbread on Christmas, so I'm going to try to make cornbread. Don't tell her, but I'm going to put a little bit of sugar in it. Anyhow, you can be getting ready to do all that while your ham's getting ready for the beans. All right, she's been boiling about an hour. As you can tell, that meat's starting to pull away from that bone, just like you want it to happen. So I'm gonna let it boil a little bit. When it's done, in about a half an hour, I'm gonna take the bone out. Now some people might leave it in there, and that's fine, but I just like to get rid of it. I'm getting ready to put my chopped up onions in there. That's just one white onion. You can use red or sweet onion, whatever you want to use, but it doesn't really matter. All right, here we are. I've taken that bone out. I got all the meat that I wanted off of it. As you can see, I put my onions in there. I've drained these beans. Now this is one package of Great Northern beans, and I only soak them for a few hours. Now it's time to go. The beans to go in that water. All right. We stir that up a little bit, and she's off. Good ham in there. You don't want too much ham. You don't want, you want the flavor that you got from boiling, but you want a little bit of that ham for taste, of course, but don't overdo it. Uh-oh, dogs. All right, now you can use all this stuff right here to make your cornbread. My mom would tell you to use a cup each of those, but I use 2 cups. Sugar, baking powder, oil. You can use butter for that. I use butter, a couple of nice eggs, and milk to cut it with. Put it all in a bowl. Okay, once you get all that stuff in a bowl, it should look something like that. I'm getting ready to cut in that milk. I use whole milk. You can use whatever you want, but here we go. All right, when you get done cutting that milk in, it should look something like that. It's still pretty firm, not real runny, but I think it'll go in our skillet. Now remember, grease that skillet up really, really good. And then it should go in something like that. Oh yeah. All right, and there you have it. Put it in there, get her all evened out. She's ready to go in the stove. Okay, we just took this cornbread out, and you can see it's done. It looks a little weird, but we ain't Boston Market here, but it's perfect. We have our beans still going over here. You can see they're not done. They're still hard, but they're cooking perfectly. Now you want to make sure and cook those al dente, which means firm, but done. And the point is you don't want them to be mushy. You want them to be done. So Anyhow, we're getting there. All right, folks, this is what perfectly done beans and cornbread look like. Don't even have to say anything. Somebody's been picking at that. Okay, so this is the most important part. You get your cornbread and you crumble it up, just like that. You see that? You have some onions, fresh onion on the side. You have your beans ready to go. Then you put the beans over the cornbread, making sure you get a lot of juice. And then take a little bit of onion, sprinkle it on top. Salt and pepper. And there you go. There you have it. Oklahoma beans and cornbread. Delicious. And if you really want to cook the best beans and cornbread in town, you wear a shirt that has this on it.